Hi, I'm Janelle Isaacson with Living Room Realty. Today I'm going to answer why is the housing market so hot and are we in a bubble? But first, here's what you should know this week. In our office, the average sales price was $576,000. The average number of offers on a home was 5, and the average amount over list price was 8%, or roughly $46,000 over. Inventory inched up a few homes, but market action index stayed steady at 70. This indicates that more buyers entered in the market, continuing to drive up demand. So, let's answer, what is making this market so hot? First, interest rates are at historic lows. 3% and under has been the norm. This incentivizes buyers to enter into the market and take advantage of very low-cost money. It's also an incentive for would-be sellers to hang on to their homes rather than sell them. Sellers are refinancing their first homes and holding on to them as rentals versus selling them, further lowering our inventory. Secondly, people are living longer. Well, this is good news. And today's baby boomers are choosing to stay in their homes longer. And with the pandemic, those who would have chosen adult living communities have put that off for health concerns. Thirdly, some people may not be selling because they're putting off making a decision about a forever home right now because it's unclear what remote working will look like in the months ahead. Lastly, and what I believe to be the biggest factor we are feeling and will continue to feel the effects of for years to come, is that less housing has been built in the past decade than we saw historically before the housing crash in 2008. Here in Portland, we lost many of our skilled workers in that time who had to leave the state to find work or switch careers during the crash. This tight labor pool, combined with high timber and building prices and more building restrictions, has slowed down new construction. Simply put, we have not kept up with demand for housing in our area and the nation at large for over 10 years. We need more housing, and it's unlikely we'll see enough inventory to meet demand for years to come. So, are we in a bubble? Well, demand and this restricted pipeline of inventory leads me to think no. But secondly, the amount of cash in the market compared to the years leading up to 2008 is greater. There's a lot of equity in our housing market, and that prevents foreclosures and also helps stabilize the market. Lastly, economists will often look at home prices in relation to rents. If rents don't keep up with home prices, that can be an indication of a bubble. But in Portland, the average single-family rent is $2,023. So the buyer who purchased that $575,000 home I mentioned earlier with 20% down puts their mortgage under the average rent at $1,940. So rents and mortgage payments are comparable still here in our market. Our living room office has the #1 market share in the city of Portland. Our skilled and experienced agents are helping sellers maximize their bottom line and smoothly transition to their next home. We are also successfully getting buyers into great houses, positioning them in this competitive market to get their offers accepted and access to the best homes for sale. If you are considering selling, buying, or renting, please call one of our agents today. We would love to help you find your next living room.